Hello and welcome to another top 10 episode. We're up to episode 8 now. And today we are going to be doing that video that I mentioned that we are following up with when I made our Super Smash Bros. Brawl top 10 characters video, which is my top 10 Super Smash Bros. 3DS characters. It also applies to the Wii U, but I don't actually have a Wii U, so I've only had experience with these characters on the 3DS. I got the game for Christmas, so I haven't had it for too long, but I have played it so much. I've already got the thing that says, oh, play this for 20 hours, so I have pretty good experience with it. So, yeah, I'm going to do my top 10 characters. Minor note before we start, I'm not going to include any DLC characters on this list, as I only have Cloud and Mewtwo, and it seems unfair to include either of them when I don't have the other DLC characters to compare them against. So it will just be default characters that you can get in the game, even if you don't have DLC. So yeah, that's basically all the nitty nits out of the way about what we're going to be using and not using. Other than that, it's just basically the same as before, just why I like them and who they are and such. So yeah, without further ado, let's move on and dive into my number 10. Number 10. So coming in at our number 10 spot, we have King Dede. King Dede being the big duck man thing from Kirby. I had to think about that then. Yeah, he was introduced in Brawl, so this isn't his first game. He didn't actually make the Brawl list. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, there'll probably be quite a few of those, but definitely check the Brawl list out before you check out this one. But he didn't make my Brawl list, because in the Brawl, he's okay, but he's not the best character. However, in this, he is very good. He has, very good side smashes. He has like a belly flop thing, and then his roll is really powerful for some reason. It's like the coolest thing ever. They change it. He doesn't have the Waddle-Dee toss thing anymore that he has as his side special from before. He now hits I think they're called Gordos. They might be called Gordos. The little spiky ball things. Which is generally quite a good attack. They are a pain in the butt, as they are very easy to dodge or reflect, and when they reflect it, they do damage to you, which is another pain in the butt. His final smash is different. I generally don't remember what his final smash is, though. Oh, yes, I do. It's like a hammer thing, where he basically just like wrecks you with his hammer and sends you flying. Which is pretty good. It's one of those ones that's quite easy to miss when you're trying to use it, but if you can land, you can do a sizable chunk of damage to your opponent. So yeah. King Dede is my number 10 pick. Number 9. Coming in at number 9, we have our first new characters. We have Robin. Robin was introduced in this game. He is from Fire Emblem Awakening, where he is the main protagonist, I believe. I've never played Fire Emblem Awakening, so I can't confirm that 100%, but I believe that is true. You can change him as a custom skin, so he can be either male or female, so it's quite nice for all the people who want to play girl characters in the game. Not that I mind playing female characters, but I just generally don't. That's not the point to this list. Anyway, he has some good attacks, some pretty decent projectiles. They are limited in how many times you can use them, because these tomes eventually do run out, but you do get them back after. So that's not so bad. What else can I say about Robin? He has a pretty decent smash too, to be honest. He gets Chorm from Fire Emblem to help him out, and he just like slashes you up and sends you flying. There's a lot of those ones, kind of final smashes in this game, to be honest. Yeah, Robin's pretty good. He has a move which can regain his health. He has Fireball. He has a lightning projectile. He has a downward air slash as his up special, and then he has a series of stabs and slashes with his lightning sword thing, as his neutral moves, and they're generally pretty good. So yeah, number 9 is Robin. Number 8. In at number 8 on this list, we have Link from The Legend of Zelda. Woo, Legend of Zelda. I believe Link made a similar positioning on my original Brawl list. He's actually improved, in my opinion, from his appearance in Brawl. He's become a much stronger character, with his variety of sword slashes now doing a lot more damage and being able to hit for a lot more knockback. His specials are a bit naff, to be completely honest. He has his bow and arrow, which is nice because you can charge it indefinitely, unlike pits and dark pits arrows. So you can charge that indefinitely. He also has his tornado boomerang thing, and he still can summon bombs from somewhere and throw those. So that's pretty cool. The boomerang seems to be really, really terrible now. Maybe that's just me. The bow's quite good, and the bombs are still very, very useful. The main thing I like is the fact that his dash attack, his standard dash attack, if you're running and you do your standard attack, is strong enough to be considered an additional smash attack, which is nice enough to smash people flying, which makes it a lot easier to kill as Link now. Triforce Slash is... I think it's Triforce Slash, it might be Triforce Smash, but I believe it's Triforce Slash. Triforce Slash is still his final smash, which is the whole getting them in a Triforce symbol and then just slashing them with your sword and then sending them backwards with a blast at the end. Still just as devastating, I can't say that word. However, from my opinion and experience, it seems harder to hit in this game. It's not been the biggest problem for me, so that's why it hasn't affected Link's ranking on this list, but it isn't a big enough problem to be noticeable, so just want to point that out. But yeah, number 8 is Link. Number 7. Coming in at number 7, we have Falco, who is another one who made the original list. Falco, I don't remember what place he got on the original Brawl list, but he's definitely made it back to this list. He's still very similar in his playstyle, which is again why I like him. He does seem stronger, especially because he has the reflector kick instead of just the general reflector. So the reflector can do damage as well as hitting back projectiles, unlike Fox's. He has the speed dash thing that he does as his side special, and he has his blaster still. The up flame seems to take him greater distance in this game, which is generally quite useful. So that's quite nice. Other than that, he's just really just standard old Falco from before. So there's not really that much I can say about him. So yeah, number 7 is Falco from Star Fox. Falco. Number 6. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have Captain Falcon from F-Zero. Captain Falcon is pretty much again the same as in Brawl. I feel like he's able to land hits a lot easier. His dashing, his Falcon kick, and I think it's like Falcon grab or something, or his side special, are a lot more effective now. I believe his up special has gotten worse, in my opinion. However, his final smash is still the same. Final smash being, of course, I don't know the name of it, but it's where he summons his race car thing and runs you over. Which is still basically a one-hit KO. So that's nice. He seems a lot faster and to hit a lot harder as well, which is quite nice. So you can do lots more of those quick combos that you can see. And they kept his iconic taunt in, where he goes, "Come on! And show me your moves!" Because what's Captain Falcon without going, "Show me your moves!" So yeah, Captain Falcon, he made my number 6 spot on this list. Number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have Ike, who I believe was again on the previous Brawl list. Yeah, can you see a trend? A lot of the ones I liked in Brawl are also pretty good in this. Shame Ice Climbers can't be number 1 anymore. Boo-hoo. Yeah, anyway, Ike is my number 5 pick. Ike from Fire Emblem. He is basically, again, the same. He has a dash move now, though, which I believe he didn't have in Brawl, but I may be mistaken. Which makes him very, very overpowered because it's very hard to time a counter for, or block. And you can charge it indefinitely. He now has blue flames instead of just regular flames. I don't know if that's significant for any reason. I haven't played any Fire Emblem games with him in, or at all, so I don't know if the blue flames are significant to a Fire Emblem thing or not. He has a counter now, which is very, very powerful. It's very good to spam, but it can also be very annoying to your opponent. He still has Great Ether as his final smash, which has, I believe, been upped in how much damage it does, because I was hitting people from 0% and basically killing them. If not killing them, I don't really remember exactly if it's definitely guaranteed to be a one-hit KO. I think there's a chance, but I think you can survive the knockback. So yeah. Other than that, his regular his regular moves are strong, but they are generally kind of quite slow. So he's not always the greatest character in that respect. But yeah, nevertheless, Ike is pretty good. His regular ether is still nice. I found it quite a lot easier to recover with it in the 3DS version than I did in the Brawl and the Wii version. I don't know if they've changed it or if I'm just finding the 3DS controls a lot easier. But I just seem to think that his Aethos is a lot easier to use now in the 3DS version. Maybe that's just me, maybe not. Leave a comment, tell me. What do you think? Easier, harder, or the same? Anyway, number 5, it's Ike. Number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have Dark Pit. Dark Pit. In Brawl, we only had Pit from the Kid Icarus series. We now have been introduced to Palutena and Dark Pit. And I seem to remember Pit in Brawl being not all that bad. However, in this he's pretty bad. However, Dark Pit, who is effectively a clone character of regular Pit, seems to be pretty damn good. So he made the list. He has his bow, same as normal Pit. He has a reflector shield thing, which is very useful. His up special is quite good at recovering. And his other move is an electroshock dash thing. I don't know the exact name, but he shouts electroshock, so I'm going to guess it's called electroshock. Which sends him dashing across the stage and wrecks people into the air. Which is generally very good. Even in matches that you can find hard, if you spam electroshock, you are pretty much guaranteed to get a few hits in, which is generally what you're trying to do in Smash Bros. So yeah, he's just as fast as regular Pit was in Brawl. I haven't really played Pit too much, but I've played him enough to know that he's not as good as Dark Pit in 3DS version. But yeah, Dark Pit is just as fast as regular Pit as well. And he seems to have a lot better charge smashes with his neutral moves. Which they didn't really give him in the last game. He was one of those characters that was good at racking up the damage, but finishes were not his thing. But they fixed that now, so that's all good. He doesn't have his fly anymore. I don't know if they ever plan to give Dark Pit a fly, but instead Dark Pit has a dash thing that he uses, which is quite good again. So yeah, number 4 is Dark Pit. Dark Pit. Number 3. Coming in at number 3, we have Sonic. Now, I believe Sonic didn't actually make the list in the last video, so this is quite unexpected. He's another one like Dede, who got number 10 on this list, but didn't make Brawl at all. Sonic was introduced in Brawl and didn't make the cut to the Brawl list. He was just not that great of a character in Brawl. He was a lot too floaty with his controls. However, in the new version, he seems a lot better. His dash attacks generally quite good. It's very hard to be able to dodge both. Shielding doesn't work on it. You pass through it instead of stopping, and then can come back and hit on the return. You can jump it properly. Homing seems to be much improved and hits a lot more for a lot harder. The spring, you can use his spring move to now do damage, which is quite nice. And his down special is a bit disappointing, to be honest, though. It's kind of just a spin dash on the ground that doesn't send you forward, which is really bad, and it has a terrible hit area, so it's really hard to land. So I basically just don't bother with it and just go with the others, to be fair. His regular attacks, he's lacking in a bit in the ones to give the decent knockback for KOs, but other than that, he's very good at racking up damage. He can punch really fast. He has a lot of good charge dash things that he can spin around in the air and do those. He has a kick which when he comes down is a lot. It basically is just as powerful as Falcon kick, so it's pretty good. And yeah, his smash is the same. I find it's harder to control in this version. However, it's still not too bad. I haven't flown off the stage and died horribly in this one yet so far. Also, the initial transformation seems to now have a much boosted radius. So when you initially transform, I've gotten at least 3 KOs doing just the initial transformation, which is pretty good. So yeah, Sonic is my number 3 choice. Number 2. Coming in at number 2, we have Greninja from Pokemon. Greninja is surprisingly good, actually, if once you can get used to his moves and what they do. He has a lot of good projectiles with his Water Shuriken. He has Substitute, which works as a very good counter. And also leaves some kind of debris, which you can use as a weapon then, as well. He also has Shadow Sneak as a general one, which is very powerful and basically undodgeable as far as I can tell. I mean, you could shield it, but it's very hard to get the timing, and on some stages it's almost impossible to see the shadow move. He's lacking in the art special department. Quite a lot of characters are lacking in the art special department in this game. It's a main drawback to some characters is their up special. But Hydro Pump is generally able to recover you well, so it's not the end of the world. His other moves are just general water slashy things, and yeah, you can do them pretty fast. That's all that you really need in this game. So he's not so bad. So he is my number 2 pick, Greninja. Number 1. Coming in at the number 1 spot, we have Lucina. Woo, Lucina. Lucina is not a clone of Marth. I mean, she has very, very similar moves, an identical smash, and she was originally planned as a costume switch like the Koopa Kids are with Bowser. But I am firmly in the belief that Lucina is not a Marth clone. How? Because Marth is booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere. And Lucina is literally the biggest badass in the entire game. She is incredibly fast. She can hit for incredible amounts of damage. And she can make the greatest combos. And she has a counter. So what more can you want? Someone who can counter and then come back at you with like a bajillion hits that you like struggle to dodge massively. Lucina is very good. She doesn't have another very one with another sucky up special from what I remember. I have mine set to the slash thing. You can do like a slash upwards and then grab the side. So I have that set. I also have the charge dash instead of the regular charge, which I find, even though it's technically weaker, to be more effective. And then she has dancing, I think they're called dancing blades, possibly, which is like a slashy thing. I have that changed as well to something else. And then obviously the counters. I just use regular counter on my Lucina. But yeah, she is ridiculously fast, which is very good at outmatching your opponent. What else can I say about Lucina? She's just really good. yeah, I don't really know why. Why else? She's just cool. I like using Lucina. It's fun. So my number one pick is Lucina. And with that, I am going to wrap up this episode of Top 10's right now. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the Top 10's from before. Be sure to check out my Awesome Noughts character build videos and my Pokemon Blue Let's Play and Sonic Adventure 2 Let's Play. Even though they are coming to an end, the last two I just mentioned to you. So then you'll be getting nice new videos. Be sure to subscribe and catch those every single day except Thursday. Right, I'm gonna get up out. So I'll see you next time. Bye!